degree awarding institutions. Whenever they mount such degree program, they will invite Coren for accreditation. So I don't think that falls on us now. It's a policy statement, and ours is to regulate. My president will always like me to keep on time. I've answered the question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. In view of the fact that we have still so many questions unanswered, I would like to restrict the next speakers to only 3 minutes. 1.5 minutes per question. Maybe if you have questions, 3 minutes. For example, I know the registrar has about 10 questions to answer. The immediate past registrar has about 10 questions. So I will time you when you come. Let me now invite the immediate past Vice President, Engineer Professor Ajav. You have 3 questions for 5 minutes.
I have to run so as to save my time. Good afternoon, President and the panel and distinguished members of the Assembly. I have 3 questions, excuse me, to answer in 5 minutes. Just since it's a family, I would like to let us have this good information. One of us was recently appointed the provost of the Air Force School of Institute of Technology in Kaduna. And when I was chairman of Committee of Deans, he was the publicity secretary, so we are still in touch. You can observe that this year the Air Force was fully represented. And I think that is a plus to us engineering. You know, he's a practicing engineer. He left as Dean of Engineering of ABU, and he was appointed the provost, and I think he's doing well. So I think it's good for us. 3 questions. Question 1, what is Coren doing again? I think this question, everybody, what is Coren doing? What is Coren? And maybe you should be saying, what are you doing? Because you are Coren. Now, what is Coren doing to enhance completely or completely transform the profession for enhanced opportunities? Let me answer by saying this. Those of us who were here in Nigeria when we were using land phones, when cell phone came, some old men were not, they didn't want to use the cell phone. But is it possible now? Everybody has to key into it. In early 70s, someone went to present a paper in an NSC conference in this our country. And he was talking on computers in engineering, and they stopped his presentation. They said that is an American thing. Don't come and talk to us here about that. Can we say the same thing today? See, I want to confess to you, I remember at the University of Ibadan when we started using electric typewriters, some people had to buy it on their own because the university was saying, no, we can't waste money on electric typewriters. Some individuals who knew what was going to happen, they insisted that in their own department they will use electric typewriters. Now, what can you say? Do you see manual typewriters again? What I'm saying is this, whether Coren likes it or not, the world is changing. And if Coren refuses or Nigeria refuses to change our training model, we'll be in trouble. So we just have to do something. And what are we doing? Right now, we are changing our programs of study to outcome-based learning. That's the key. If we decide to sit back, well and good. But it's something we must go on to. I share this with you. We went for accreditation outside Nigeria. When they sent the documents to us, we said no. We insisted on OBE. I tell you, those guys in Cyprus, they worked night and day to make sure they changed many things. So we were training ourselves You know, we were not practicing it, but since we had given an order to another country that no, Coren will not accredit you if you are not on outcome base, by the time we arrived, I led the team. By the time we arrived, we were just looking at it. But I have a confession. When we finished with them, you know what they said? They said, we have had teams come from Nigeria to accredit our programs. We have never had a team that is thorough like you. You asked us too many questions. They didn't have external exams. I said, if you don't have external exam, you cannot get full accreditation. So the world is changing and Coren is changing along. That's why I'm sure the registrar will brief us. We were briefed yesterday on the outcome-based training because of the Washington Accord. Whether there is no Washington Accord or not, the world is changing and we must change. Question 2. Why are some Nigerian universities not placing engineering in the right cadre? For example, promoting a registered engineer who holds master's degree, required years of experience and relevant publications to senior lecturer positions without PhD. Whoever asked this question, let me tell you, university have every university council has approved regulations for promotion, guidelines